Welcome back. It's deer season. We're starting to get busy. It's early down here in Mississippi. Season's October to January 31st. It's bow season right now. It's a little slow. It's hot. The last 2 days, I think it's been like 90 degrees. But it's picked up. We've done good this year. I think we've taken in 22 tickets, something like that, roughly. Counting what's been just dropped off. I think I've had 2 or 3 yesterday and today, in total dropped off. But I come to, if y'all are a deer processor or know a processor or anything like that, or just to put it on the page for anybody, if you're a deer hunter and want to use us, we decided to go with an Alp. I was looking for an Alp because I'm young. I'm 38, young for a deer processor anyway, I would say. Looking for a system to get away from using paper. You come in, write somebody's name down, write their phone number down every time, write down their order, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Then what happens is the deer hunter is like, well, I really wanted the hamburger more than I wanted the smoked sausage, and y'all did the smoked sausage and not the hamburger, because they come in, they put 3 or 4 items on there, and they only had like 20-25 pounds of meat. And with us, we do a minimum of 10-pound batches. 10 pounds of your meat, not everybody else's. But you gotta have a limit somewhere. But we found this out. It's called My Game Processor. So the guy so far seems like a great guy. He seems like me, to tell you the truth. I've sent him emails and everything. Last night, for instance, I created a skinning with cape. We charge $40 to skin a deer, $50 if you want the cape, because it takes us a little bit longer. Most of the time, people leave the head. We have to put it in a cooler in a tub, then get it back out, yada yada yada, so on and so forth like that. So we charge an extra $10. I don't really care if you keep it, if you stay and then take it with you. We're going to charge you extra $10 because a buck takes longer to skin, so on and so forth like that. But we got that My Game processing out, and it works real good. I'm not gonna sit here and make a video with like screenplay and all, but it's real easy. You just come on here and you can tap the jobs icon, and I'm gonna tell you if they don't have the app downloaded, but then you can manually check in a deer with them, and then you can add the hunter, or you can come down here and select any of the people that you have on here, and you can do it. Or say they forgot their phone at home or whatever. But the beauty of the app is, say I'm a deer hunter, whenever I'm in the deer stand, or like say today, I'm assuming this works. I don't know how long it'll hold it in there or anything like that, but you just go ahead, create a job. I would assume that you sort of need to wait till you kill the deer, or you're thinking you're gonna kill the deer, But you just go ahead, go in there, you create the app, you put your name, phone number. That's all we really require here, is your name and the phone number. And then you can go in and you can select your meat cuts. And it's real simple. You put in a new job, I should say. And then when you do the new job, it'll ask you what kind of animal it is. With us, it's white-tailed deer, wild hogs. I don't care what you bring in. It's going to be listed as one of those 2 things. That's all that's here in Mississippi, really. I guess you could go to a high fence or something, and they may have a zebra or something you can kill. I don't know. I really don't know. we do wild animals, you know, whitetails and all that. But any which way, you do that and you create your job. You select whitetail deer. Then it'll say, is it a buck or doe? And a wild pig, it'll be boar or sow. You do that. Then you put whether it's a cooler drop off, we're skinning it, you want it skinned to be caped, so on and so forth. Go down. Once you get done with that, it'll come down, and then you select your meat cut types. You add a meat cut, say tenderized steak out the backstrap, tenderloin, whatever. Then you select your burger, then smoked sausage, whatever you want. We highly recommend everybody in our place, because where we are, the average deer is 20 to 30 pounds return. We have customers that kill big deer and they'll get 60, 70 pounds every time, and you know, that's perfectly fine. But on average, and normally them people are the ones that's like, I want 10, 20 pounds of burger and the rest in smoked sausage, and I don't have a problem. But the people who kill an 80-pound deer, they'll start listing off 5 or 6 things. A guy last night killed, his son-in-law killed I think it was 140 something pound buck, and he was like, yeah, we want the backstraps tenderized, and we want Honolulu burger, firecracker burger, jalapeno and cheese sausage, Hawaiian sausage, green. I was like, whoa, buddy. I said, this deer, you might get 30 pounds of grind out of it, you know. He's like, oh, all right, yeah, just do that then, you know. He's like, we're going to kill a bunch more, it'll be fine. But people don't realize on that, but they can go in and then they select how many pounds of something they want. With us, we have a 10-pound minimum, and with it being a 10-pound minimum, you can select different things, and we tell everybody, we start at the top and go down. If you got steak on there, we'll cut the steak out first. If you got like steak out the tenderloins or the hindquarters or whatever, that's perfectly fine. We'll cut all the steak out. But on grind, if the first thing you put on there is hamburger, and then you put jalapeno and cheese sausage and then Hawaiian sausage, and we only got enough for 2, and you really wanted Hawaiian sausage, you better put it at top. Because if not, you're going to get burger and jalapeno and cheese. And we're doing that. The app is helping because you know what they want. They can't come in and say, well, I didn't select jalapeno and cheese sausage. Yes, sir, you did. You got it selected. And that's the other beauty of the app. Like, the deer hunter can select whatever, they can delete whatever, but once they finalize the drop-off, they can't change anything. We have to change it. And if we change it, there's a description box up there, a note, a processor note section, and we will go in, we'll say, okay, on October 18th, 2025, the person called and they changed jalapeno and cheese to Hawaiian. And that's perfectly fine. We'll take it, knock it out, and we'll know. And that's the problem. We don't really have too big of a problem with that. And then the other problem is with handwriting, we don't write jalapeno and cheese out. We'll put JC or whatever. And most people, if they say jalapeno and cheese, jalapenos or whatever, they want jalapeno and cheese. But we'll have a few people that want only jalapenos in it. And it's just so common to put jalapenos and cheese, and that's the problem. We messed up a couple orders last year like that, but our errors are small in the grand scheme of things. I think we have maybe a 1 or 2% error, and when you're doing 20, 30,000 pounds like we did last year, we're still growing. I'm wanting to get up close to 100,000 pounds of deer meat that we do. That would be fantastic. I don't know if we'll ever get there. We may get to 50 or 60 and be maxed out on what we can do. I don't know, but I'm young enough. As long as I stay healthy, I'm willing to put money into the building, get bigger freezers, coolers, and all that, and do that. But so far, I see it being good. I'm not gonna lie. it's working great. The guy's great who has it, Clint. He'll call, like, you can email him, he'll call you or text you, email you, whatever, you know. He's done got to where he calls me, because I'm like, look, dude, don't be emailing me a bunch of crap. Like, you can call me on the telephone and tell me, but I don't have time to sit here and, you know, type out a page. I don't mind if I had time, but I got, this week I worked 28 hours in 2 days. I don't have time. Like, I really don't. When we get busy, I'll work close to 70, 80 hours every single week. That's 12 hours. 70 hours is 10 hours a day. 80 hours is 12 hours a day. And some people's like, oh, I work that. You don't work like this. You don't work like me. I'm not saying you don't, but with deer processing, it's totally different, because starting November 7th until Valentine's Day, that's 3 months of 70, 80 hours every week, unless I'm sick or something. And that'll get you. You can do it for 2 weeks, a month, something like that, and a lot of people can hold out on it. But when you get into 3 months, it gets bad. We had enough help last year. It helped me out tremendously. I don't know how deer processors do it all the time. We're one of the only processors that I know of around here. I'm not saying others don't, by no means. I don't mean that, but we're one of the only processors that I really know that we work from 9 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening, Monday through Friday. And if we need to do anything on Saturday, we'll work from like 9 to 1. We'll get people to come in and cut up sausage, so on and so forth, and all that. Now, saying that, you're like, that's not 70, 80 hours a week. I know that. I get down here early. We skin deer. We will skin deer 7 days a week. It doesn't matter. When we close on Saturday, we don't open back up Sunday until like 2 o'clock. Just because we got to have time off. Need to go to church. You know, whatever. All that kind of stuff. You got to give your help time off, and then on Sunday we're open 2 to 7:30. If skinning deer runs late, that's perfectly fine. I've been out here 9, 10 o'clock. Last night I was 10 o'clock getting in the house. Excuse me. But it's real good. The out's going to be real good. I see us having a very good year. I think we've done 22 to 30 animals. I think we've had 22 tickets. So we're probably 30 animal area. But I think it's going to be a great year. I hope so. If we never get some rain, we're in a drought. It's supposed to rain tonight, but the out's doing good. I appreciate it. I'm going to make another video and talk about how we're paying and all that, and how it's going so far. Y'all have a good, safe year. Kill plenty of animals. Hope y'all have a great year.